everyone, my hair's wet, I look a state, but let's ignore that. Today I'm going to be starting a 48-hour readathon, so this is going to be a 48-hour readathon vlog. It's the bank holiday weekend. Today is Friday, Good Friday, and I'm going to start a 48-hour readathon today until Sunday. So it's currently about 4 p.m. I'm going to start at 4:30 and finish at 4:30 on Sunday. I'm not doing a timer method, I'm literally just seeing how much I can read from now until 4:30 on Sunday. So the book I'm beginning with, I am quite a way into this, so I'm going to start by finishing this book, which is All Your Perfects by Colleen Hoover. I literally started this last night and I've been flying through it, so I have about 124 pages left, if my maths is correct. Yeah, that's right, 124 pages left. So I'm gonna finish this and then hopefully move on to something else fast. So this is a story about Quinn and Graham, her husband, and it tells their story of their marriage, dealing with infidelity, all these things. It's very emotional, trigger warnings for infertility, and it is a dual timeline. So there is in the past, like when they first met and they first started dating, and then the present timeline where their marriage is sort of breaking down and they're having these problems with infertility. So it is very good so far. It's very emotional and hard-hitting, and I can't wait to see if it makes me cry at the end. I do have some options for books that I want to read afterwards. So the book that I think I'm going to pick up after All Your Perfects is How to Kill Men and Get Away With It by Katie Brent. And this is like a comedic thriller from what I understand. The blurb says, "Meet Kitty Collins, friend, lover, killer. He was following me, that guy from the nightclub who wouldn't leave me alone. I hadn't intended to kill him, of course, but I wasn't sorry when I did. And despite the mess I made, I appeared to get away with it. That's where my addiction started. I've got a taste for revenge, and quite frankly, I'm killing it." It says, a deliciously dark, hilariously twisted story about friendship, love and murder. I am really excited to read this. I literally bought it yesterday in Tesco for £4.50 and I was like, that sounds incredible, I need to read it. So I think after All Your Perfects, depending on my mood, I might pick up this. I also have just like a ton of romances that I want to get through. So I have like Icebreaker, The Ex Talk, the Fine Print, Terms and Conditions, those sort of books. I have the next one in the Twisted Lies series, which is Twisted Games. I have King of Wrath. I have a lot of books that I can choose from, but for right now, I'm going to finish All Your Perfects. Hello, so I'm on sprints with Sarah and Em on my channel right now, and I just finished All Your Perfects in the second sprint, and I've given it 5 stars. It was really good. I teared up at the end, but I didn't like fully cry, but it was really, really good. It was really emotional. Yeah, it was just such a beautiful story, and obviously, like I said earlier, I would look at the trigger warnings for like infertility and stuff, but as a whole, this is one of the better Colleen Hoover books that I read. I mean, I enjoy all my Colleen Hoover books that I read, but this was a good one as well. So during this readathon, I've read 124 pages so far of All Your Perfects, and so now I think I'm going to move on to How to Kill Men and Get Away With It. Excuse me. I feel like I'm in the mood for this now. I feel like it's going to be an easy read, and I'm going to continue on the sprints and see how far into this that we get. So let's go. Still on sprints, but it's a bit later now. I've started How to Kill Men and Get Away with It, and I'm 46 pages in, and the main character, Kitty, has already killed her first victim, but it was an accident. She didn't mean to. But after it happened, she stepped away from it and just walked away, like, completely unfazed by the fact that she'd just accidentally killed someone. Like, she didn't even think, oh shit, I've just killed him. She just, like, was like, oh, and then walked away. And this is the kind of psychopath that I need as a main character. Like, I'm literally only 46 pages in, but I'm already loving it. It's funny, it's insane, and I'm really enjoying it so far. Hello everyone, it is the next day. I've just been out for food, so I took a little break from the readathon, but this morning I did make really good progress on How to Kill Men and Get Away with It. I got to page 217, which is very far into the book. It's like 369 pages, so I have about 150 pages left. So I'm planning on finishing that in a minute after I've had a shower and stuff. But this is really good so far. It's really funny, it's really fast paced and easy to read. I think I don't know if I explained it earlier, yesterday. I don't know if I did, so I'm just gonna explain it a little bit. So it's about this social media influencer called Kitty who accidentally kills a man and then discovers that she actually quite enjoyed it, and so she continues to kill people, men specifically, but only men who are like, they've either previously abused a woman or raped a woman. Definitely trigger warnings for those topics. But yeah, she only kills like men who have done something to a woman before, and that's kind of how she justifies it. And so far we are about 2/3 into the book, and she still hasn't been caught yet, so we'll see where it goes from here. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far, and I would definitely recommend this as like an easy to read comedic thriller. Hello, I've just finished How to Kill Men and Get Away with It, and this book was so good. I've rambled on about how much I'm enjoying it and how funny it is and easy to read, so I'm just gonna say I finished it and I'm giving it 4.5 stars. I would recommend this book. Everybody go and pick it up, especially if you want a fast, easygoing thriller. However, there are trigger warnings for sexual abuse, rape, depression, drug and alcohol use. This is very much like Gossip Girl meets How to Get Away with Murder. It is very good, but there are trigger warnings, so just be aware of that. But side note, I am continuing this readathon for an extra day, because today, other than when I've just finished this book, I have literally been doing uni work all day because I've realised I have assignments due soon. So I basically didn't do the readathon today, apart from finishing that book. So I'm going to continue it till tomorrow. So that being said, my final book for the readathon is going to be The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. It says, Rowan, I'm in the business of creating fairy tales, production companies, 5-star hotels, theme parks. Everything can be mine if I renovate Dreamland. Hiring Zara was a great plan until I fell for her. By the time I realised where I went wrong, it was too late. People like me don't get happy endings, not when we're destined to ruin them. Zara. After submitting a drunk proposal, criticising Dreamland's most expensive ride, I should have been fired. Instead, Rowan Kane offered me a dream job. The catch, I had to work for the most difficult boss I've ever met. Rowan was rude and completely off limits, but my heart didn't care. At least not until I discovered his secret. It was time to teach the billionaire that money couldn't fix everything, especially not us. It's given me enemies to lovers. It's given me Grumpy Sunshine. Everyone raves about this series, so I am going to read this. Hopefully it's going to be good. Hopefully it's going to be fast. But yeah, I'm in the mood for a romance, so this is what I'm picking up next. Okay, I'm here with the first update for The Fine Print. So, a few things. First of all, I forgot that Lauren Asher was the author of Throttled, and I really didn't like Throttled. I just didn't really like the writing. I didn't vibe with it. I forgot that she wrote that. So I went into this completely expecting good things. I'm on page 90. So I'm like almost a quarter of the way in. And I don't know if I'm going to enjoy this book. So I thought that this was like an enemies to lovers, and it is, like, I'm sure it is supposed to be. However, so the main characters, Zara and Rowan, keep talking about how much they don't like each other. But within the first 40 pages, they were both already fantasizing about having sex with each other. Within the first 70 pages, they'd already kissed. So how is this enemies to lovers? They're just lovers. I don't like that it went so fast. And Zara is just kind of annoying me. Like, it's supposed to be Grumpy Sunshine, but she's just annoying. Like, I don't know, she's just too much, I think. I don't know. Yeah, I feel bad because I know so many people love this series, but I have heard that the second one is better than the first one. And also, I looked on Goodreads, and there are actually a lot of people that I'm friends with on Goodreads that have rated this very low. So I don't feel as bad. But I just don't know. I'm not enjoying it. I'm going to carry on because I want to see how it, you know, what plays out and stuff. But I really don't know. It's kind of giving me like the Hating Game vibes because he's her boss. But, so it's like a workplace romance. But I loved the Hating Game and I'm not loving this. So I just don't know. I'm going to keep reading. But I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be the book for me, guys. Hello. I'm on page 246 of the fine print. I really don't like this book. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like the writing. I just don't like it. We're on the first sexual encounter. I didn't realise this was a spicy book, but it most definitely is. And I don't like it. I'm not a fan. I want a DNF, but I also just want to know how it ends, and I want to know how people rate this so highly. I don't like it. I really don't like it. We're going to carry on though and see if it gets any better. I have a confession to make. It's been a few days since the 48-hour readathon, but the fine print, I wasn't enjoying it and it really put me in a slump. But I know that I spoke about how much I wasn't enjoying it, and I felt like I couldn't just leave the video without telling you my final thoughts on this book. So, I did finish it. I annotated a few things, mostly things that I didn't like about it, because, yeah, I didn't enjoy this book. I didn't enjoy it. I feel like the plot was such a good idea in theory, but I didn't like the writing. I didn't like the way it was executed. I just didn't like it. Like, even the spice, it wasn't like making me like blush, like, oh my god. It was making me feel sick. It was gross. Like, I'm really, really sorry if you like this book, because I know so many people love this book, but it just wasn't to my taste, and that's absolutely fine. Like, I should have realised I didn't like Throttled by Lauren Asher, so like the writing just clearly isn't for me. Yeah. I won't lie, I literally like just skimmed over the epilogue and the extended epilogue because I just had enough by that point. Like, I don't know. I just didn't like it. Like, it was too insta-lovey. I didn't like the characters, really. Just, the writing just wasn't it for me. It was like, the book was too long. It had too many pages, first of all. But, yeah, the writing just felt like very, and then I did this, and then I did this, and this is how I feel. And I'm like, okay, great, but I don't know, it just wasn't my cup of tea. Let me see if I can find an example. Okay, here's one. I've never heard him swear before, probably because it would reveal too much about his mood. This was on, like, halfway through the book. On the page before, he literally swore right there. So that just didn't make sense. That just didn't make sense. Oh yeah, he told some woman that she was getting some money as like a bonus, and it says her eyes roll into the back of her head as she passes out. Just shut up. Like, this book is just so unrealistic. Like, I just hate it. I hate this book. I hate it. I'm really sorry. My emotions are getting the better of me, but I hate this book. And it's pissed me off because I have terms and conditions on that shelf right there, and I just bought Final Offer. But I'm thinking I'm not going to like either of those books either because the writing style just is not for me. But let me know your thoughts on the fine print. I'd love to know. But yeah, I just wanted to finish this 48-hour readathon by giving my final thoughts on this book. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.